My whole upper body primed. And then today I have very basic like upper body work. I have ring muscle ups, but like literally like a 3x3 just to keep them fresh, just to keep touching them. Then I have some legless rope climb work, some strict handstand push-up work, and then I have a long, not a longer piece, but like a actual metcon. So I know I have to pull up my programming, but like rowing, chest to bar, and shoulder to overhead.
What are you doing here with the row? Sorry.
No, just literally just a minute on, just to kind of like get the body moving. Not really getting out of breath. 3 rounds. So like right now I'm doing around the world push-ups, and you'll see because I'm gonna get ready to start my next round. Doing this lat pullovers, sorry for the chicken scratch. This is to open up my shoulders, some rocking, wall slides for my serratus, and then 1 minute row.
Is this a 3 or a J?
That's a 5.
That's a 5.
That's a 5. Recently I discovered, watch this, I was like coaching a client, and I was like, I wonder if I can write with my right hand.
Okay. Are you lefty?
I'm a lefty.
Whoa.
Wait, you know what? I was about to show off my new righty skills, but if I was to write that one,
Okay, that's a good 5.
I swear it's better on like the actual.
What?
I'm not doing a good job at showing it off, but I think I'm ambidextrous now.
Okay. What does that say?
5 ATW push.
Okay. I don't know what ATW means.
Around the world. I made that up.
Okay. I mean, that's not that bad, honestly.
It's not terrible, right?
I think if for whatever reason you couldn't use your left hand, you'd be alright.
I think I'd be okay.
Yeah, you'd make it. You land your way?
No, you're good. I literally just half the time make up my own names for these, but that's the around the world push-up.
Alright, so now the open's over, done. How do you feel after the open? What's the sentiment? Where's the mindset?
After the open, I'm feeling excited to get back to training for a few weeks. This season's definitely a little different with a lot of competing going on. The open was fun though because, so I'm doing both indie and team right now.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And in order to do team, everyone has to compete at the same gym. So 3 of us are from around here. 1 of us is from TTT. So we had Jordan Adcock flying in every week to compete with us. And that was every week. She had to get on a plane on Thursday. We did the open on Friday, and then she left on Saturday. We do like a team training on Saturday morning, and then she would leave and go back to Georgia.
Where does Jordan stay?
So she stayed at Josh's house, which is actually, Josh lives with Christina. So they have a 2-bedroom around the corner.
Nearby.
So Josh was kicked out onto the futon, and she took over. She took over the room. But when she comes back for team semis, she's just gonna get an Airbnb. It's a lot. Yeah.
That sounds like on par with Josh. Just gave up his room, right?
I mean, the kid's like a nomad. Like, surprised he even has a home right now.
True. All right, so Jordan comes in every week?
Yeah, so she was, but now that the open's over, we take a break for like a month, and then she's gonna come back for semis. Semis is online this year.
Okay, cool. Wait, so they're not, this year has been really confusing. But,
yeah, no in-person. No. So they took the open as our like way into semis. So all of us had to do the open here. They combined like our total, I think everyone honestly moved on.
right.
And then semifinals for teams is online, and that's it. Just one shot.
Fair enough. I think everybody will save a little bit of money. Not to syndicate this year. Or any other company.
That's definitely true, but I like teams definitely thrive with that in-person competition. Like that's the whole fun of it.
True, yeah. So as far as in-person events, I guess what events are you locked in for? Or are you still going to sign up for or qualify for it? Some like invites?
Yeah, so we're doing just one in-person. We qualified for North Cal.
Okay.
So we'll be flying out to California.
Nice.
Yeah.
I may or may not be.
Oh. That's awesome.
Yeah. should be good. Where else? Syndicate I might go down to also.
Syndicate looks like, just with all the hype with everyone online, like all the big podcasters, it looks like it's gonna be like a really cool event. Yeah.
That was a good event last year. But the people who throw it obviously do a good job.
For sure.
What else?
So we have that coming up in June, that's NorCal. We have teams in a month, and then in person, an affiliate, right? That's what they're called.
Yeah, affiliate, yeah.
So that we'll probably do. And that's really it, because they're so close together with like other events, like even Syndicate. I can't do Syndicate if I was trying to, if I already paid for NorCal, so there was no really point to push.
All right, so I guess where do you think you have a better chance? Do you think the online semifinals of trying to qualify, or maybe NorCal?
I think NorCal is going to be very tough because they take top 2.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm going there to take top 2.
Yeah.
So that's the goal. And also, I think by the time that's like the last one, right? So it's like I'm going to go out with a bang. Like I'm just going to give it everything I have. Like leave nothing on the table.
How do you feel about like heavy Isabel?
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for it.
Okay.
I'm excited for it. Because I have an Olympic weightlifting background, so I've done that 7 years like prior to starting CrossFit. So it's like literally for 7 years, all I did was work on the snatch, all I did was work on the clean and jerk.
Yep.
This is obviously very different than Olympic weightlifting, but it's a movement that like I love and I've done for so long.
Well, also, if you look at like all the camps of CrossFit, majority of them have that Olympic lifting piece.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely going to be helpful.
Yeah.
For that one. What do you hope they don't program?
Nothing. I'm perfect at everything.
What are you looking for? What do you hope they are going to program?
Well, that's the heavy barbell, right?
Yeah.
Or like moderately heavy for reps.
Yeah.
I definitely want to see a max lift.
Okay.
That's like my favorite to do,
Yeah.
max lift. But we'll see.
Some cool photos and shots of that one.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Now that I bring up Waza, what was your experience like at Waza this year? Was it different? Did it feel different from all the other years?
Well, obviously there's a difference just because of the whole change of venue. It's in the sand. In that sense, it was a really cool difference. Like just new sights, new town to walk around, part of the town to walk around. The field was very competitive. It wasn't fun.
It was not.
It wasn't fun in the sense that I wasn't on top, so.
Oh, true. Okay.
So, not that it was hard to enjoy the experience, I still enjoyed the experience, but I just don't think this sport is really fun unless you're winning, so.
Yeah. I guess as far as the first 2 days were really rainy, I guess, do you think that affected your performance at all? It was kind of windy, rainy.
I don't know. So the rain never affected us. This was the first year the rain didn't completely change the competition.
Yeah.
The wind definitely changed things. Like it was, especially at night, you're trying to warm up, and I didn't bring enough like pants and sweatshirts and whatnot. In Miami, I'm like, oh, this is great. And it was a week later than it usually is. So I was like, it's definitely gonna be warm. And then we're over there like shivering. I'm trying to keep on my sweatshirt as long as possible. But I do much prefer like when I'm in competition, that kind of temperature. It's like way cooler, yeah. Instead of like being out in the burning sun, like that is the New York in me. Even though I also complain about the cold, so there's that.
That's kind of normal.
Yeah.
I guess, how do you feel about next year, it being in March? Do you think that'll be better? Which obviously this time, so it's a crazy time in Miami with everything that happens in March, but
Yeah, oh yeah.
like better fitting.
Okay, I like the idea of it being in March for the simple fact that it's gonna be warmer. Even though I just complained about competing in the warmth, I do feel like if I'm paying for a trip to go to Florida, I wanna enjoy the sun.
For sure.
I
take advantage of it also.
Yeah, but with how up in the air like this whole season was, if next season looks anything like this season, like I don't know if we're gonna go.
Right. Oh, in March.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine like in the middle of all, like this is March right now. Well, I've been competing all month.
But I would imagine that they're gonna work closely with each other in CrossFit. You know, they kind of coincide with each other at this point.
Yeah.
Big event. But I mean, it's a good point. Like, are they gonna lose top level athletes?
Because of this, yeah. Or is the season going to be so different next year
Yeah.
that it won't look like this? We don't know.
Yeah. Look who it is.
What up?
It's Tommy.
What's going on?
Tommy. Where are we? Tell me about this gym.
Yeah, we're at the Body Blueprint HPLT headquarters. One of the partners here with a couple other guys, Vin and Brian. So,
What are the names?
Vin and Brian.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Shout out Vin and Brian.
Yeah, for sure.
How long you been a partner here?
I've been a partner here for a year, but I've been at this gym for coming up on 3 years. Yeah. Should be 3 years like next month or something.
This place is huge for a New York-based gym. You typically see smaller size, but this
Yeah.
has 2 floors.
Yeah,
It's kind of unheard of, like in CrossFit. Usually,
For
CrossFit
sure.
gyms are on the first floor.
Yeah.
I guess. Have you heard other people tell you that? Like, does that affect anything of being on the second floor? I guess.
Yeah, no, it's a unique space. It's a great offering. We offer more than just CrossFit here. Like, obviously, you're going to be showing the gym, which is the CrossFit side of things, but we also have another room where we do a lot more, like, I guess, HIIT style workouts,
Right.
boot camp style. Then downstairs is kind of more like personal training bias and like recovery. So we have ice barrels and saunas and things of that nature. So it gives a little more of a luxurious vibe. So it's cool.
Yeah, I saw there was some massage tables that you guys have.
Yeah.
Is masseuses here, or is there like a chiropractic?
No, we got our in-person physical therapist, Tina. So she works with people, helps out, with our athletes and stuff too, which has been a huge help to have her in the building.
Yeah, it's gotta be great, especially with those who are like going through injury. It seems like there's a whole 360 service you guys offer here.
Yeah, that's kind of what we try to make this place. It's like, this is the only place you have to go if you're looking for fitness. You don't have to be a part of multiple gyms. It's all in one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff. What do you do on a day like Saturday? Are you mainly just coaching all your athletes, or are you writing programming for the week? I guess, what is a Saturday look like?
Yeah, typical Saturday is definitely like with these guys from about like 10 to 2 or 3 o'clock, depending upon how long the training session goes and time of the year and stuff. So mainly I'm just kind of like coaching them through it. I'll do some programming based on how much I got done during the week. If I'm ahead of things,
Was this a normal setup for Tommy?
office right here, double boxed up, ready to go. Yeah.
So do you mainly only work with clients in person, or have online clients?
I do a blend. I have some in-person clients, but yeah, I have a big book of business online. Grateful to be able to have something like that. Started coaching people online about 5 years ago.
Nice.
Started coaching people for free, and then slowly started asking for people for some money. And, now I've created a business out of it. And so I work with all types of people. It's not just CrossFit athletes. I have a handful of elite athletes in that sport, but I work with marathon runners, high rocks athletes, people who are looking to lose weight, build muscle, just general health things. So very diverse group of people.
How did you break into the space? There's obviously a ton of people out there who try to do like online coaching.
Yeah.
And, obviously clearly you've done a good job of building that base for
Yeah.
yourself and for your community. I guess what has been the success of that? What advice do you have for people out there who kind of build their own?
Yeah, I guess it would be 2 things. The first one would be like, just like my constant pursuit of knowledge and like always being ahead of the curve and trying to know as much as I possibly could as a coach to be able to help as many people as possible.
Yep.
I've also like been in the shoes of a lot of my clients, whether it's weight loss or trying to get better at the sport, CrossFit, or build muscle. So being actually like in the game, you know what I mean? Not just the guy who reads the books.
Right.
And then the other thing I guess I would say is like build a community, because most of this, my clients are referral clients.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's most small businesses.
So every client can potentially get you 3 more.
Right.
And so that's been huge for me, is just showing that the people I do work with, that I truly do care about them, because they always end up giving me more business in the long
a lot
run.
of the athletes you've had have been with you for quite some time.
Yeah.
Which is a really good sign of just, obviously retention.
Yeah.
Like yourself. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Off camera, we were talking about some some things that are coming up for you? I don't know if you want
Yeah.
to hint at that for people.
Yeah, can't fully say what's going on right now, but May 1st it'll officially be announced, and got some big plans coming up for this year, specifically for my elite athletes, which I'm super pumped for.
Cool. All right. I'll let you get back to your programming, and we'll look forward to hearing that announcement.
Yeah, man. Thanks again.
Peace out.
Paul here actually has been competing for a while. He was at the games last year as a Masters. Look at him, Paul over there.
Mm-hmm.
He came in 15th at the games.
Oh, really? He's doing the what online?
The semifinals for Masters.
Oh, no.
That comes out Monday, but then
Monday, March 31st.
Monday, March 31st. Is it really Monday, March 31st? Okay, Monday, March 31st. And then they can't compete until Thursday. And they're gonna get like a password.
Yeah.
So then they have to say the password in their intro so that everyone knows they didn't do it like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's pretty interesting.
Oh.
So they get 3 days to just sit there and stare at their workouts.
I'm like a journalist at this
I'm warm.
What do we got?
All right, I'm gonna be doing 2 reps as fast as humanly possible
For the rope time?
for rope climbs, and then I'm gonna rest 3 minutes,
Like this or?
legless. So the goal is to tap, slide down, jump back up. Tap, slide down.
You do the, what is it, the fire pole?
What is that called? Fire pole descent, something like that. Kind of like a hybrid. Like I do slide down, but my feet, like that one that you're talking about, I used to do it, but it would just tear open my thighs all the time. So I just clip my feet and slide down. But it looks the same. It's a cool look. It's gonna be a clip of me going. Ball service.
Either ball service or free throw?
Oh, yeah, that is true.
What do we got now?
So we have our last strength piece is going to be 15 strict handstand push-ups, unbroken, rest 3 minutes, times 3.
Here we go.
All right, first one successful. Now to do that 2 more times.
How are your shoulders feeling?
Juiced, definitely juiced up a little bit. This is definitely like a weakness work for me.
What hand up? It's strict or?
Strict. Kipping, it's like I can do that in my sleep. Make it strict and it's like, we got some work to do. I also am not good at math, so I write everything down. We got until 3:53, it's 2:17, so a little over a minute.
All right, cool. Obviously, Tommy works with people, clients one-on-one. Do you work with people one-on-one?
I actually do work with people one-on-one. I coach CrossFit classes here, but I also have personal clients, and then I also have online clients.
Cool.
Yeah.
And if people want to work with you online, where do they reach out to?
So Instagram, you can message me. That's for one-on-one coaching, but actually in like a little over a week, still have over a minute. In a little over a week, I am going to be launching a online program.
Nice.
Sorry?
That's exciting.
It is very exciting. You're the first person to hear about it. No one even here knows.
Bringing the news.
It's bringing the news. So that's just going to be more for, because I just see like an issue even in our own gym.
Yeah.
Like people who, or women who struggle to know what to do when they get into the gym. It's going to encourage like women who are kind of more on the beginner side to like get into fitness. Because we have people who will come to our downstairs open gym and just be like, well, I don't know what to do. So it's kind of like to give those people something to follow.
Right, so you're not focusing on the elite athletes mainly?
No, if anyone reaches out to me for competitive CrossFit, I'm like, here's my boyfriend, he's great.
Yeah.
Was that 15?
I'll be honest, I wasn't counting.
I think it was, but there's a part of me that feels like it was 14. Fuck. We'll have to go back to the footage. And
All you do CrossFit now?
it will be 4 years on July 6th.
Oh, wow. That's so like specific. Do you know what time?
1:43. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no,
Actually, that doesn't sound
specific because that weekend I did my first USAW nationals because like I said I did Olympic weightlifting and like making it to nationals was like a big deal for me.
Definitely.
But I also knew I was making that switch, but it was like the perfect bang. So it was like competed 4th of July weekend, came home Monday, boom, we started training for CrossFit.
And I guess how did you get introduced to it?
To CrossFit. So Tommy, so Tommy reached out to me over Instagram during the pandemic to be on his podcast that he used to have called The Fitness Journey.
Okay.
And basically he interviewed people about like how they got into fitness, what excites them, what they're doing, their goals. And after that, I was like, wow, this guy really knows how to hold a conversation. So I was like really interested in his podcast. I kept reaching out to him over Instagram. I was doing 75 hard at the time.
Yeah.
And he asked me out like a month before I was done. He's like, I know you can't eat right now because you're doing this like crazy challenge, but when you're done, would you want to go out? And the rest is history.
Okay.
So in the first year, I was still
Love story.
little love story, yeah. The first year I was doing Olympic weightlifting, but I was going to a gym where Tommy and Will would train CrossFit. So I was in the corner on a platform watching them from afar, and they both kept saying, like, you're gonna start this, like, we know you're gonna do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, absolutely not, CrossFit is shit.
Yeah.
And then finally, they got me to do it, and that was it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good story. We're gonna have to talk to Tommy about that one. Tommy, give a wave.
Love story.
He's trying to figure out what story that is.
He's like, what fucking story?
She was saying a podcast?
Yeah, podcast.
Yeah. And then you slid in the DMs?
She slid in the DMs.
Oh!
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I kept sliding his DMs after that.
okay. Oh.
He was trying to keep it professional. I was like, nah.
Yeah, no. What do you gotta say about that?
That's it.
So how long has it been now?
Coming up on 5 years in August.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. That's exciting.
Yeah. Good stuff.
You gonna take it to Bali?
We just got back from Aruba, so I think I checked the box. So great. So great.
Yeah.
I still haven't gone, but I've heard really good things about
Oh, it's amazing.
How's that dynamic? Coach,
It's got its ups and downs like everything.
Yeah.
You know, the ride, it's a hard line to ride, but get through it. Figure it out.
Yeah.
You know.
It was definitely like harder in the beginning to navigate, but then you're growing in the relationship, you're growing inside the gym, and you just like learn what works, what doesn't work. So
Yeah, and if you're always willing to work at it,
exactly, that's all it takes.
That's always done. All right, so what do we got next?
All right, metcon time. What's your idea for me?
Yeah. So this workout is more about like movement efficiency with the chest to bar pull-ups and shoulder overhead, pacing, like more volume accumulation, like a longer round time, like six minutes or so, and not like a ton of rest, but enough rest to like feel good going into the next round. So pace the row, make sure that this can stay pretty consistent. Let's just start with like 10s on the chest bar pull-ups and 10s on the shoulder overhead, but I want really like short rests on the chest to bar pull-ups, like being able to do 10, come down,
Come
not
back
need
up.
to chalk between every set of 10.
Okay.
shoulder overhead tens as well. Those might become more challenging towards the end, which is fine. And then that's the first 2 rounds. Then the third round, you kind of go based on feel. Like you want to go bigger somewhere, go bigger. But yeah, just some things that, you know, typically sometimes get in trouble that you get to practice with.
Perfect.
Yeah, I got the backing, no backtracking. See my team's ultimate and the card, but that we ain't packing. MCs get smoked like Mayfair, ask around me, boy, I got backing. I'll tell a bitch, don't lay there, don't play fair, put your back in. Wind them up and I style it up, my timing up cause I dial it up. These push MC should liven up, one by one I won't line them up. Wait, love your it's fatter than Heineken. Waste man, I'm the one of silence, on the silent one, he won't try to run. Wait, took one break, but now I'm still here with them back in the backpack. Felt too much weight, but now we feel weightless, love in the fat nap. Hold tight K, up in the place, we don't backtrack. I shut a building down, I'll have the raver shouting out rap. Don't use Snapchat, test my patience, and I might snap back. My man, did you catch that? Comedy's running the last lap. Hold tight K, up in the place, no we don't what? Hold tight K, up in the place, no we don't backtrack. See my team's ultimate and the card, but that we ain't packing. MCs get smoked like Mayfair, ask around me, boy, I got backing. I'll tell a bitch, don't lay there, don't play fair, put your back in. Wind them up and I style it up, my timing up cause I dial it up. These wish MCs should liven up, one by one I won't line them up. Wait. Took one break, but now I'm still here with the decks and the mic on. There's too many snakes out here like who's that dancing my mind on.
6, good, big punch. 7, good, come on, that's 3. 8, yup, come on. Last one. Yeah. Aye. Aye. Woo. Nice job, Nick, good job. Way to push, way to push. Way to push. Oh.
You should consider yourself lucky. No one ever gets this close to me during a workout.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Really?
That's funny. What I said, consider yourself lucky. You're the first person that's gotten this close to me in a workout. But I do have to say, dude, you're strong. You're strong every rep. Helped so much.
Bro, I got good shit.
That was good. That was good.
Really?
I was like,
Some people don't like it. Yeah, I'm. Yeah. Well, it's the wrestling, right? Well, I guess it's different because you're building up the youth. Yeah, you got action. Yeah, get you through it. Yeah, for sure, you get that extra push.
just hearing someone's voice.
That.
Yeah. Well, some people also completely just black out.
Exactly, they completely shut like with the blinders on. I think you gotta be able to be both.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be balanced. For sure. Are you back or not?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. All right, run us through it. How was that?
First round, felt like when I was done, that was the end of the workout.
Yeah.
And then that rest wasn't like any bit recovery, which I slowed down on the second round, as you probably saw, but I tried to just stick to my sets. Like even though I knew I couldn't hold the same, I was like, you still have to go on broken 10. You still have to go on broken 10.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest thing for me in competition. When I start to feel some discomfort, I think, oh, well, this plan of 3 reps or 5 reps sounds better than 10, but today just shows like I'm capable of doing that.
So the goal was to hold on for longer sets, longer chunks, rather than breaking it down 2 sets of 5, just do 1 big set of 10.
Yeah.
Cool. Tommy, how did she do? There you go.
That's because the camera's running.
Yeah. He's holding it. What did he say?
I'm deadlifting and you can see you up and you see Nicki doing chest bars. You're up like I'm deadlifting.
It was like a gargoyle, right? I'm telling you.
Hold on, yeah. You're climbing up here, fucking craziness going on.
This can go viral, this one right here.
I'm a gargoyle.
I'm focused on my deadlift, like what's going on behind me?
Oh, that's
You gotta get the angles.
that's so good. That's so good.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's wrap this up. It's been a long day already.
Thanks for coming.
Well, yeah, sure. Where can people catch you? What's plug in the Instagram, plug in the socials?
So Instagram is Nicki, NICKITTEE.fit. Same thing for the YouTube. And then I haven't came up with a new Instagram name yet for my business, but I'll let you know in about another week and a half, 2 weeks.
Pay attention to your bio, yeah?
Yeah, it'll be in my bio.
Okay. What about TikTok? Are you on TikTok?
I'm not on TikTok. I once in a while will download, and then the next day I'm like, all right, delete. I gotta get into it, but
You should. Yeah, I think you'd be really good at it.
for sure.
You have the skill set for it.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so where can people catch you next? Again, I know we went over at the beginning. But
So next up, I'll be on Instagram for like the live updating like semifinals, indie, and team, and then my next in-person competition will be NorCal, which is June 6th to 8th.
okay, cool. All right, well, we'll see you then.
See you guys. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.